Whoa, oh, hey, there's that.
Oh, oh, hey, there's
Yeah,
that.
see?
Oh, oh, hey, there's that. Oh,
There we go. Alright, there's that. How about... Ah, jeez. I was gonna do a little unboxing, but... Let's see if... There we go. I don't know what the hell happened here. Anyway, Renin 7, we get the treatment for that as part of our little pre-order, right? And then we had a... Let's go back to our profile here. We can change the avatar to... Let's see. There's Ren. So we get the Ren avatar. So, interesting bit about Ren. This card, Ren and 7, appears in Innistrad Midnight Hunt, and it's part of the story so far. They haven't finished the story, I don't believe. We first saw Ren in original Modern Horizons when there was Ren and 6. And basically, Ren appears to be a dryad. And if you know anything about the lore of dryads, dryads are born with trees and are kind of one with the tree, right? Ren was born with the tree, one. Got a bit of ambient. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Yeah, it is picking up a bit, isn't it? I just don't know if I'm going to be able to soak it out. I didn't change any settings. Although I did have to open it in a different way because I had a window open. That's weird. Because my mic's directional. It shouldn't be picking up that much ambient. I do see the ambient on the mixer, though. No, yeah. I think I might just have to deal with it. Or point it this way. How about that? I think I'm just going to have to get a little bit of soundproofing. Maybe a little, one of those little soundproofy little, right? Maybe. Anyway, Ren is a dryad, and dryads are born with the tree that they're kind of one with. And originally, Ren and One were partnered. And Ren, basically, like her old forest burned down, and like she planeswalked, and One apparently died, and she started finding other trees that called out to her. There we go. That took care. That's the air conditioner. No, no, you're fine. Um, she found other trees that were calling out to her, and 6 was getting old basically and wanted to go back to Innistrad. She had originally picked up 6 on Innistrad, and she has returned now to Innistrad so that 6 can be left there and take root and kind of live his last days. And she finds 7 calling out to her, but 7 is just a little sapling. She can't merge with 7. So, on just pure chance, she meets Teferi out in the woods, and Teferi's trying to get ahead of these villagers who think there's a witch in the woods and they're going to try and kill the witch. And he finds Ren and helps Ren kind of alter time a little bit to make 7 grow, to which Ren is able to merge with 7. And that's kind of where we're at in the story so far. So we've got her as an avatar, which is pretty cool. And then also part of my unboxing for this set is I get the Drifter as a pet. So I've got the Jailer. He was a fun little pet, right? You've seen me play with him. So I'm going to play with the Drifter for a little bit. I don't think I got any emotes. I did not. I don't have any cool phrases or emotes like Andy has collected over time. But let's look in the store and see what's available in the store for cheap today. Anything cool? Ooh, Sarulf is neat. Oh, we're definitely going to get the pup. sleeves here. So I'll pay the gold for it. Look at that cute little pupper sleeves. All right. Any cool avatars that I absolutely dropped dead must have? No. No pets available. Any cool sleeves that I absolutely need? I don't think there are. Nah. Nothing super necessary. Although, we do have some Midnight Hunt bundles that are available because Midnight Hunt has officially launched. Uh, you can you can get this person waving a zombie hand, this little pupper looking at the moon, and then there's Teferi doing the is that Drake? Is that a Drake emote meme? I think it's Drake, right? I don't know. I might spend the 5,000 gold to get those emotes. That's pretty funny. And then these are the new lands that are available with this set. You'll find these one in each pack, and the lands just look magnificent. Oh man, yeah, big fan. Those look great. Um, I don't know if I'm feeling like spending some money later. I might literally just pick those up to be my new lands. And then card styles. We got Ren and 7 as part of our thing. And there's Teferi. And there's Arlen. Yeah, right. 5,000 gold for the lands. Ugh. I'm tempted, but I'm not. That's like $40, isn't it? No, that's not gonna happen. Damn. So here's the new dual lands. They're calling them company lands because you get if it's your third threes company, they come in tapped. Um, they were calling them Tango lands, but Tango lands kind of already got named from the Battle Bond lands. You know, it takes two to tango. So they haven't really kind of settled on what they want to call these lands yet. I'm sure the community will come down on something. And then here's the featured card styles for this set. They're to me they're reminiscent of the Kaldheim card styles. So almost the comic booky um, style, but instead of like runes around the edge, it's like twisted bramble branches and stuff. Which the style isn't that dissimilar from Kaldheim because Kaldheim is a very Nordic set, and Innistrad is kind of like old scary Germany. So they're not that far as like culturally different. So it makes sense that their styles are very similar. I'm not super in love with any of these, so I don't really care that much. Green or white, white or blue, white or black. Oh, okay. So we've got white as a commonality across all of them. Oh God. I put my phone off the table here because vibration came through on the mic. Anyway, our daily quest: white or green, white or blue, white or black. I like playing white black. White black is a in this set. The white black is actually the kind of the resurrection color. Or no. The white black actually has almost an aristocrats theme this time. Usually it's red black as aristocrats. Red black this time is vampires. So super aggro, not a whole lot of aristocrat. Um, so I'm gonna stick with white black. I'm gonna reset the white blue one here. Oh, I don't have a reset. Oh, I played late enough that I don't have a daily reset. Oh well, that's fine. So let's do a sealed. Let's see what our sealed pool gets us. We do have a token entry, so it's basically free for us. So it'll pop us up our rares here, and we'll go down the rares. Wake to Slaughter. Oh, thanks, Barry. Much appreciated, sir. Staying on top with your bits. So our first rare is Wake to Slaughter. I'm a fan. 3, a black, and a red. Choose up to 2 target creature cards in your graveyard. An opponent chooses one of them. Return that card to your hand. The other to the battlefield under your control. It gains haste, exile it at the beginning of the next end step. So really, if you select two creatures that have some solid ETB effects, there's no real good answer for your opponent here. However, the drawback to this, of course, is if you're giving your opponent some agency and they are a skilled player, you're going to get your best creature on the board for one turn, and the worst of the two are going to go back into your hand. Or you can always run into, um, if you just have one creature, of course they're going to select the one and it just goes back to your hand. So it's a 5 mana raise dead. And it does have flashback, which can be useful. Flashback is a really useful ability. Gives you a chance to use a card again for only one more mana. So definitely doesn't put us in those colors. It's useful, but it's not one of those like super bomby. Now, Mask of Griselbrand, I'm a huge fan of. 1 and 2 black mana for legendary artifact equipment. A equipped creature has flying and lifelink, just like Griselbrand. And whenever equipped creature dies, you may pay X life, where X is its power. If you do, draw X cards. So you're at the Mount Vernon store. You keep forgetting, why is there a $20 15 card pack? So those are collector boosters. What a collector booster is, it has a very similar layout to a regular pack, with some notable differences. It's got like 7 or 8 commons, just like a normal pack, but they're all foil. Some of them have like the special card treatments, like you saw here. Then there are, I think, 3 to 4 uncommons. Don't quote me on those numbers. The uncommons also subject to treatment, also all foil. Then there's 1 slot for cards that can only be found in the commander decks or other supplemental product. However, they are full art. So that's the only time you can get those cards, is in a collector booster. Like, they're exclusive to collector boosters. So if you're a big fan of the commander products, which I always recommend because commander is by far and away my favorite format, and to me, best for both new players and seasoned players, and especially older players that are used to the old kitchen table Magic games from old. Um, the only way you're going to get a full art treatment of some of the commander product cards is in a collector booster. However, don't crack packs. If you want the card, go buy the card. Even the like, I bought a card today off TCGplayer.com. I bought Prosper Tomebound from the Dungeons and Dragons set to add to my Anji Falconwrath deck. But Prosper Tomebound is the commander of one of the decks. Hasbro doing the fuckery exclusive shit. Oh man, we'll cover that too. Prosper Tomebound is a commander of one of the decks, and I didn't want to pull Prosper and like completely ruin a deck by not having its commander, just to use it in another. So I bought it for like $2 off TCG Player. The full art version of Prosper is like $7.50. The only difference is, instead of having all the borders, the only thing it has is the top, where it says, where this is Mask of Griselbrand. Instead of having borders from there, the art literally goes to the edge of the card. And then you've got your text box underneath for the Prosper Tomebound. That's like $5 more. You'll get one of those in a in a collector pack. But it could be just a rare from one of the commander decks that you might not even play. So again, it's exclusive, yes. It's almost certainly going to be worth at least a few bucks, but no guarantee you're going to get what you get that you want to get. And then you have a rare slot, and the rare will be a rare foil, so that's cool. And then you've got a guaranteed card treatment slot. So like we were seeing with the cool brambles on the edge, instead of it looking like a regular Magic card, it will have, I think it's a guaranteed rare, I think. They kind of change every set, and I really haven't looked at the breakdown of this set yet. But you get a guaranteed treatment slot. So you can get a rare and uncommon, I think. If it's an uncommon, I think it's guaranteed to be a foil of the treatment. And then you get a guaranteed full art rare that could be foil from the set. Um, so that's a collector booster. In times past, when collector boosters began, it was in Throne of Eldraine, which is about 2 years ago, give or take, right about now. Um, the Throne of Eldraine collector boosters, they were worth it. Like you put $20 down and you're pulling like 30 or $40 out of the pack almost every time. Um, Double Masters VIP boosters were literally I think it was like a 20 card pack for $100, which is batshit, but they were worth it. Like you literally drop $100 and you get 150 or $200 worth of cards in return. Um, I have not seen collector boosters be worth it for a few sets. Um, do I buy them? Yeah, because some disposable income, and I'm an old school pack cracker. Uh, there's to me, just cracking packs is fun. So the set boosters, which have come out, I love the set boosters. Everybody hates them. I get it because it has been limiting to get draft boosters because of the way that set boosters are kind of being like forced, which is horseshit. But I am a fan of the product itself. I think if Wizards would just let it organically be, I think the player base would enjoy them and appreciate them. I personally prefer set boosters. I like that set boosters are going to be part of the prize packs now, um, which I might be in a minority opinion. And I dig that they are part of the bundles now. Bundles used to get 10 draft boosters. Now I think you get 8 set boosters, which sounds like a downgrade, but really like the math works out in a weird way. And I think the set boosters are just kind of cooler to crack, especially because you can get list cards, which list cards are literally you could get a card from like 12 years ago in a pack, which I think is really cool. But yeah, that is a collector booster. Um, Lots of foils, lots of flash, not a lot of powder. um, so yeah, that's a collector booster. Am I gonna buy one? Probably. Am I gonna buy two? Probably not. I bought like 4 Ikoria collector boosters when they were out because you were guaranteed one of the Godzilla card treatments. And Andy and I bought a whole box of collector boosters when Strixhaven came out because you were guaranteed the Japanese mystical archive cards in those. So those collector boosters were really cool in that you got really special treatments. And the collector boosters for this, I haven't seen a real good reason to get them. Like Dungeons and Dragons collector booster, I think I only bought one of them, and I didn't get anything really fantastic with it. I don't even remember what I got in it. That's how unremarkable it was. So yeah, that's my little rant on collector boosters. But we got Mask of Grizzlebrand, which I think is a cool card. I'm kind of a big fan. So the adversary cycle I am in love with. There's not a bad one in the whole cycle. And just on their own, they are worth the casting cost just as themselves. Like this one, 2 mana for a 3/1 lifelinker. I would play that all day in a white weenie deck. All day long. However, with this, when Intrepid Adversary enters the battlefield, you may pay 1 and a white any number of times. When you pay this cost 1 or more times, put that many Valor counters on Intrepid Adversary. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for each Valor counter on Intrepid Adversary. So for 4 mana, this comes in as a 4/2 lifelink and grants +1/+1 to all your other creatures. For 6 mana, it comes in as a 5/3 lifelinker, which is still great rate, and gives all your other creatures +2/+2. So Intrepid Adversary is just wildly good. The other cards in the Adversary cycle, still fantastic. The red one might be the best card in the set. I think the worst one is the black one, only because the tokens that it creates are decayed, but they're still great. The green one is up there. When I first saw the green one, I'm like, well, this is crap. The wolves that it creates are still tapped because you just paid the mana for them. Yeah, but then when you untap, you have 3/3/3 wolf odds. Yeah, never looking towards the next turn. You tell them a red player. Then we have Siphon Insight. A blue and a black. Look at the top two cards of target opponent's library. Exile one of them face down and put the other on the bottom of the library. You may look at and play the exiled card for as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell, and it flashes back. This is a bad card. This is a card that is going to appeal to the Timmy players of, ooh, I get to play with other players' decks, this will be fun, and I get a little bit of selection from it, and technically I guess you get a card advantage, and you could, like if you strike a bomb, you're denying them their bomb that you're then going to play. That's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, and honestly, I think the most probable scenario is well, you could play one of their jank spells or like get a land. Who cares? It's got flashback, so there is that. You do get to play it again. But the blue-black archetype in this is like zombie aggro. It doesn't belong in the archetype. The blue-black is the correct casting cost. I'm not saying that's wrong. It just doesn't fit for the archetype that the blue-black player is going to be playing in this. So I think it's a miss. It's a lot of fun. I might put this in like a blue-black commander deck. Because there's lots of top deck manipulation in commander games. Sometimes you know what somebody else is about to draw, and if you want to then siphon insight and pull their bomb off the top of their deck, you can do that. But in this is not a factor for me playing these colors. Tovolar's Huntmaster, however, 6 mana, 6/6. That's on right. I'd play that. When it enters the battlefield, create 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. So 6 mana, puts 10 power, 10 toughness on the board in 3 bodies. And then if by some massive, if I'm lucky enough to cast it while it's night, when it enters the battlefield or attacks, create 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. So it's 6 mana for 7/7 and 2/2/2s. And for 4 mana, another target wolf or werewolf you control fights target creature you don't control. It's got built-in, like, go eat that shit. That is just wildly good. Tovolar's Huntmaster / Pack Leader, definitely a hit for me. And then we've got Fateful Absence, which I was just talking about. Funny enough, I was literally just talking about this card before I came down here a couple hours ago to do the updates and everything. This card is such a game changer. We're going to be seeing this card in every white commander deck from now until the end of time. I mean, look at this value. It is 1 and a white, destroy target creature or planeswalker, unconditional, its controller investigates. So you get a clue token, you pay 2, sack it, and draw a card. Does it exile? No, it doesn't exile. So it's not a Path to Exile, it's not a Swords to Plowshares. But even a Path to Exile gets them a land. Even a Swords to Plowshares gets them life. Paying 1 more mana, having it destroy instead of exile, and giving them a clue, I think is a really great trade-off. Exile, still better, of course. But as far as Fateful Absence goes, this is your like 3rd auto-include removal piece for white. From now until they do something better. I'm in love with Fateful Absence. I think it's great. So, the white-green archetype is kind of what we're looking at here. That is very human-centric. It'll really depend on what uncommons I got here that'll kind of determine where I go with my colors. Realistically, I could go hard green, hard black, splash white, which is possible. The green-black archetype, very much sack-friendly, overgrowth-friendly, your typical Golgari colors, themes. Let's see what we got. Let's see what our uncommons look like. Oh, lots of white. Lots of white. Lots of white. Ooh. Oh. This is delightful, actually. I think I'm probably going to go hard in the white. We got Fading Hope. Not bad. It's a better unsummon. Return target creature to its owner's hand for 1 blue. If its mana value is 3 or less, scry 1. They literally made a strictly better unsummon, which is pretty cool. Dissipate, reprint, I believe. Counter target spell if it's countered, exile it instead of putting it in. So it's better cancel. So Mysterious Tome. 2 tap, draw a card, transform. 1 tap, and then it becomes Chilling Chronicle. 1 tap, tap target non-land permanent, and then it transforms back. So they're constantly shifting back. I don't like that. It's neat, but meh. This Nebelgast Intruder. This kills any 2/2 on the board if it's attacking you. 3 mana, 2/1, flash flying. When it enters the battlefield, up to 1 target creature an opponent controls gets -2/-0 till end of turn. It's like that other the other rogue that's either in standard or leaving standard. Only got 2 black uncommons. I've got Morbid Opportunist. 3 mana for a 1/3. Whenever one or more other creatures dies, draw a card. Triggers only once per turn. That's crap. And then we have Baneclaw Scoundrel, which transforms to Baneclaw Marauder. Whenever Bane Blade Scoundrel becomes blocked, each creature blocking it gets -1/-1 to end of turn. So it's got, what's that, flanking? That's flanking. It is daybound. 4 mana, 4/3 flanker. I guess I'll play that. And then if it's nighttime, it turns to a 5/4. Whenever it becomes blocked, also gets flanking. And whenever a creature blocking Baneclaw Marauder dies, that creature's controller loses 1 life. So nice aggressive piece here. Can't complain about that at all. Our red, we've got to Seize the Storm. Meh. This is definitely a build around. Village Watch. 4 mana, 4/3 haste. It's daybound. Yeah, right, Barry? See, flanking. Wolves and werewolves you control have haste if the Village Reavers guy's in. Not a bad card if you're in werewolves. I don't think we're werewolves. But let's see. So we've also got Turn the Earth. Choose up to 3 cards in graveyards. Owner those cards, shuffle them into the libraries. You gain 2 life. It doesn't. Those don't do anything. that card doesn't do anything. This may actually be a standard sideboard card for people playing heavy graveyard themes. And 1 green mana gets you hit on 2 life. Okay, I'm kind of talking myself into it, honestly. 1 green mana, gain 2 life, and deny somebody some graveyard shenanigans with a flashback. So really, it's 3 mana, gain 4 life, get rid of 6 cards in graveyards. Okay, I talked myself into it. It's not that bad. It's like card 22, 23. Broodweaver, 4 mana, 2/4 reach, which is a giant spider. We'll play a giant spider. Then when it dies, you get a little baby spider, a little 1/2 reach. It's playable. It's a strictly better giant spider. Oh, this is neat. So I absolutely love this card. 2 mana sorcery, a green and a blue, or green and a red colors. It becomes night. Until end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0 and gains trample. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Something that turns things into night, fantastic. Because the only other way to turn things into night is for a player not to cast any spells on their turn. To be able to play this, it becomes night. If you've played another card on your turn, you can shift something into night. Get the benefit of night, and at the end of your turn, it turns to day. So you're denying your opponent the night benefit that you're getting. So this card, super underappreciated. I'm a big fan of it. I don't think we're going to be in red-green. I kind of wish we had been. That's a good card. Sunrise Cavalier, not a fan. I'm a fan, but I'm not a fan of having it because I don't have any other... I don't have enough red to justify this. If it's neither day nor night, it becomes day when it enters the battlefield. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Great card. Probably we won't be playing it. I don't think we have enough red to justify playing red. Even a splash, I don't think. But we'll see. We'll see. Because we do have a lot of white back there that we're going to look at. Winter Thorn Blessing, put a +1/+1 counter on up to one target creature you control. Tap up to one target creature you don't control, and that creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. So you get to freeze something, make something you have bigger. For 2 mana, that's not bad, and it has flashback. Not a bad card. Our white cards, they're good. So 1 mana 1/1 first strike, I'll play that all day with Ward 1. And then if it does die, for 4 mana, I get a 2/1 flyer that gives all my other creatures Ward 1. Pretty good. No complaints there. Beloved Beggar, 2 mana for a 0/4. And then, once they get something big enough to kill it late game, for 6 mana, I get a flying 4/4 to disturb it out of the graveyard. Sunset Revelry. When I first saw this card, I'm like, this card sucks because it only helps you if you're behind. Yeah, but if you're behind in anything, it catches you up. 2 mana. If an opponent has more life than you, you gain 4 life. If an opponent controls more creatures than you get 2 1/1s. And if an opponent has more cards in hand than you, draw a card. Any one of those 3, I'd pay 2 mana for. So if an opponent has more life than me, more creatures than me, and more cards in hand, I'm paying 2 mana to gain 4 life, get 2 creatures, and draw a card. That is value. That is fantastic. And look at the human. He's got Jack-o'-lantern. That's great. And then Audric's Outrider. 4 mana 2/4. Not a great rate, but something you'd probably play in limited anyway. Whenever Audric's Outrider or another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, so it keeps power on the board. We're definitely in white, because we're going to play both of those. Sunset Revelry, the Beggar, Chaplain of Arms. And just for funsies, let's put in that Sunrise Cavalier. Just for funsies. And let's look at our rares and mythics. Remember our boy here? Yeah. And Fateful Absence. Look at that. That's pretty hot. Nice little white thing. We're not even looking at the commons yet. So I'm on board so far. Let's look at our commons. Ah, nice. So Candle Trap, great removal. 1 mana, enchanted creature has Defender. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by an enchanted creature. So yeah, they've got a Defender that'll bounce crap off of it infinitely. But then for 3 mana, you perform the ritual. Sacrifice Candle Trap and exile enchanted creature. Activate only if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers. So you have to have kind of your Witch's Coven in place to get rid of it. Great flavor, good value. Hedge Witch's Mask. 1 mana for an artifact, equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and can't be blocked by creatures with power 4 or greater. It's not a great equipment, but for the value of it, it's just a 1 with equipped 2. Something we might consider. Cathar Commando. 2 mana, 3/1 flash. I'd probably play that all day. But then for 1 and sack it, destroy target artifact or enchantment. So basically, you could do for 3 mana at the end of a player's turn, flash it in and sack it immediately. That's absolutely something we'll play. Here, this is why the white is definitely human-centric. 2 mana, target creature gets +2/+2 till end of turn. If it's a human, instead it gets +3/+3 and gains indestructible. So usually combat tricks, I'm not going to throw in there. I used to play Boggles like crazy. I don't really anymore because it's just not a good program. But 2 mana for a 2/2, +2/+2, not great. But if it's a human, giving it +3/+3 and indestructible, I'll take that. Thraben Exorcism. This is good removal. 2 mana, exile target spirit, creature with disturb, or enchantment. I've heard mixed reviews on this card. I think this is going to be useful to main deck in this environment. We'll see if I'm right or not, because it's going in there. Morning Patrol to Morning Apparition. So 3 mana, 2/3 Vigilance. Again, something I'd probably put in anyway. And then if it dies later in the game, I pay 4 mana. I get a Flying Vigilance 2/1, which isn't great rate, but it effectively puts that in your hand to play it if you want it. Let's throw it in there and we can cut if we need to. Ritual Guardian, 3 mana, 3/2. Wouldn't play that on its own, but with Coven, it gains lifelink to end of turn. Maybe not. Sun Gold Barrage, destroy target creature, toughness 4 or greater. Toughness 4 or greater. Ew. I'm going to hold off on that one for now. Search Party Captain, though. 4 mana 2/2. Blech. Spell cost 1 less to cast for each creature you attacked with this turn. Not bad. So if you attack with 2 creatures, it's a bear that when it comes in the battlefield, draw a card. I'll play that. I'll play both of those. I don't think our blue is where we want to be. We didn't have enough uncommons to really consider it. Best commons that I'm seeing here are like Locked in the Cemetery. It's good removal. But other than that, nothing. Gale Drifter's not even that great. 4 mana 3/2 flyer, which isn't bad. But then you disturb it for 5 and it's a Windrake. Ugh. No. Not good. I do like this. 4 mana, target creature's owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library. You create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed. I think they get to pick those. They could just draw it again. Not great. So, black, close to my heart. So we got Crawl from the Cellar. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target zombie you control. We're not zombies. Good otherwise, though. If we were in the black-blue zombie deck, yeah. Novice Occultist. 2 mana 1/2. When it dies, you draw a card, you lose a life. Not bad value. Siege Zombie. This is actually how you make use of your zombie tokens. 2 mana 2/2, so it's a bear with upside. Tap 3 untapped creatures you control. Each opponent loses 1 life. Doesn't sound great until you're at the end of the game and suddenly your zombie tokens are getting some real use out of them. Blood Pact. Target player draws 2 cards, loses 2 life. You might put that in there. Defenestrate's great. Yeah, I have 4 Siege Zombies, right? Look at that. That's ridiculous. And then Defenestrate, 3 mana, destroy target creature without flying. Good flavor, but not something I'm going to play. I'm not going to splash for that. You know, we might honestly be in a red-white deck. How goofy is that? Shady Traveler, 3 mana 2/3 with Menace, and then the night it switches to a 4/4 with Menace. Just a good aggressive card. And then we got Diregraph Horde. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 2/2s with Decayed, and you exile up to 2 target cards from graveyards. For 5 mana, that's not bad, but again, I don't see enough here to justify us going into black. Immolation. The first time Immolation has been reprinted since Legends. I guess it was reprinted in Chronicles. But 1 red, enchanted creature gets +2/-2. That kills two toughness cards. It's basically like a shock. It was basically like a shock sorcery because you got to play it at sorcery speed. But we'll put those 2 in there and see what happens. Voldaren's Stinger, 1 mana 1/1. Gets first strike as long as it's attacking, and for 3 mana gets +2/+0. It's basically the Ferocious Pup from a couple sets ago. It's literally a functional reprint. What the hell was that thing called? A Frenzying Pup or something? Value. We'll play it. See what happens. Abandon the Post. 2 mana. 2 target creatures can't block this turn. I don't think we're on this yet. It's got flashback, but no. Festival Crasher. 2 mana 1/3. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it gets +2/+0 till end of turn. I appreciate that it's got an Avacyn carved pumpkin on its head. It's charming, but I'm not going to play it. Electric Revelation, 3 mana. As an additional cost to cast the spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards. That's for 3 mana? Not 2 like the one with Chandra? I mean, yeah, it's got flashback, but man, boys, you overcosted that one. Not a fan. Neonate's Rush, 3 mana, costs 1 less to cast if you control a vampire. Deals 1 damage to target creature, 1 damage to its controller, and draw a card. I mean, if I got that Voldaren Stinger. Let's say best case scenario, 2 mana, you ping a creature for 1, ping an opponent for 1, and draw a card. That's best case scenario. Not a huge fan. Pax Betrayal. Gain control target creature on the turn. This is your typical steel card. Gains haste, and if you control a wolf or werewolf, scry 2. Not great. And we got Burn the Accused. 5 mana, 5 damage to target creature, 2 damage to that creature's controller, and if it would die, exile it instead. That's just your good late game removal card that we'll play. Let's not skip. Oh, we'll skip green for now. Let's see what we got here. So we got Silver Bolt. 1 mana for an artifact, 3 in tap, sacrifice it. It deals 3 damage to a target creature, and if a werewolf is dealt damage this way, destroy it. Don't have. We've got a pretty good amount of removal, but as Adam has taught me, removal wins games. And Stuffed Bear, 2 mana for an artifact, and for 2 mana it becomes a 4/4 green bear artifact creature token until end of turn, or artifact creature until end of turn. We don't have a whole lot of stuff to sink other late game mana into. I think it might be playable. Let's look at our other rares, if there's anything really worth... See, I love Tovolar's Huntmaster, don't get me wrong, but that is a hard commitment to green, and I don't have any... fixing. So as good as it is, I can't justify going green. Because, here. Let's look at all of our green. Pestilent Wolf, crap. Turn the earth, not great. Plummet, not enough flyers for me to care. Return to nature, not gonna work. Timberland Guide, good. 2 mana 1/1 that gives a +1/+1. The fail case is that it's a bear. Who cares? Bird Admirer cracks me up. 3 mana 1/4 with reach. That at night it's a 3/5 with reach. Not great. Path to the Festival is not bad. It's not bad. Search your library for basic land card, put it on tap, then shuffle. If there's 3 or more basic land types among lands you can control, scry 1. It's an okay card. I don't think we need 3 colors, though. And then Broodweaver. That was the Giant Spider. Shadow Beast Sighting. 4 mana for a 4/4. That's not on rate. Flashback for 7. Boo. Candlelit Cavalry. 5 mana 5/5. With Coven. It gets Trample. Who gives a shit? 5 mana 4/5 that can transform to a 6/6 Vigilance. Of course, you got the Huntmaster. But that's it. That's not worth it. We don't even have a whole lot of transforming stuff here to really care about transforming. So let's just look at our white and red. See what we got here. So we're at 37 out of 40 cards. So I think we go with the removal. Run removal, right? Do we do the Hedge Witch's Mask to sneak some bigger stuff in? You think maybe? I don't think we have enough vampires to play a Neonate's Rush. I don't think we're going to get the value out of it. Pax Betrayal, we don't have anything to sack, so we're not really going to maximize the value of that. We don't really have enough instants or sorceries to value Seize the Storm very high. I think best case scenario maybe Village Watch here. And then I don't know, maybe Ritual Guardian, just to pad it out. I think it's not great, but we might get Coven out of it, and if we get Coven out of it, I think we're in good shape. How's that look? What do we think? Any suggestions? Do we put stuffed bear in? I think stuffed bear is pretty good, honestly. We put in stuffed bear instead of ritual guardian. What do you think? I gotta watch my time. I gotta work. Instants and sorceries. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Pumpkinhead's not bad, but I've only got 4 instants or sorceries in the whole deck. What do you think? Yeah. I think we're good. Right? Do we want to cut one to get down to 40? Or are we solid here, do you think? Cut the bear? Yeah, we'll cut the bear. Don't want to have to depend on the extra mana being there, right? Let's see. Let's see how it plays. I'm normally, I like playing black and I like playing green. I'm a little bummed that I didn't get enough stuff to justify playing them. I was hoping to either go black blue or black green. So Stinger on first turn, can't complain about that. And then some guaranteed removal. All right. Oh, you're gonna watch Malignant. Very cool. Cool late night movie stuff. Is that streaming somewhere where you can watch it early? Or are you guys actually hitting the theater this late? Oh, I didn't realize it was on HBO. Sweet. I may have to watch that. I might watch that on my route tonight. Just gonna be aggressive with it. Hit him for 3. Even if they transform it, I can hit it with a silver bolt or any of the random stuff that I've got here. What's my little dude do? If you turn his lamp out, he's like, "What? No, I want this." So hit my dude for 3, and then he smacked me. That was rude. I don't think it's worth taking the damage for. I think we play this, get the 2 1/1s, and candle trap this. Yeah, that's worth it. Fine with that. And if it starts getting really useful, we've got different ways that we can get rid of it. So they're doing black, the red-blue, which is spells matter. Of course it is. So that embodiment of flame is actually really important in the spells matter deck. So, holy hell, they got a Moonveil Regent. Look at that. Sure glad we've got this, huh? Flare of Faith. So Sun Gold Barrage is an instant, so we're fine waiting until they attack. You can ping one of my guys to death. Sure. Actually, I'm gonna... I've got so much crap, I'm just gonna save it. You're playing the gonk at your funeral? Okay. I I mean, I don't hate you for it. Hey, Voldarian Stinger. Okay. Turn it back to daytime. I like the night and day. The night and day pop-ups are fun. Oh, a 2/5A. Alright, that thing gets problematic real quick. I'll burn through all my removal. Crap. Man, they're doing the... They've got the whole spells matter thing, but they've also got big red bombs. That's rough. Hell of a sealed pool. Why don't I ever get sealed pools like my opponents get? Damn, now it's going to turn to night, because I don't have anything to do this turn. Nighttime. Now the bastard's huge. Ugh. 6/5. It's alright. If they swing, I block with a 1/1 and put a +1/+1 on my Outrider. I do appreciate the soundtrack. There's wolves howling in the distance. I like the ambiance of the battlefield here. The pumpkins, the... Oh, good job. Well done. So I'm going to take 6. Perhaps more. Alright. Yep. So we at least prevented it from becoming nighttime again. Keep up the aggression, I guess, you know? What is this? Oh, that's the... Can't block. Now I gotta keep that in the back of my head. Are you laughing at my bad block? Firmament sake. Oh, they draw anytime it... No blocks, silly. You gonna use that last 3 mana to hit me? You are. Well, that's rude. Shit. Well, looks like it's becoming night, fellas. Sleepsy time. Night time. How about a game of Daytime, nighttime. Nighttime. Daytime. If you know the video that I'm talking about, you're cracking up right now. And if you don't, I just look like a crazy person. How about a game of daytime, nighttime? Nighttime. Daytime. Yes, it is definitely... It is called Innistrad Midnight Hunt. Innistrad is the gothic horror plane. Werewolves, zombies, vampires. Some of the zombies are blue because they're science zombies. And in previous iterations of Innistrad, things would transform based on... hang on. I'm going to make some choices here because otherwise I'm going to die. We're just going to sacrifice these boys. I might still die. Shit, I didn't do the math right there. That's a bummer. Based on if a player played 2 or more spells, it would become daytime, and if a player played no spells on a turn, it would become nighttime. Now it becomes daytime if the active player plays more than 2 spells, and it becomes nighttime if the active player played no spells. And then nighttime, of course, your werewolves are more powerful, some other things are more powerful. Science zombies. Yeah, they're blue, so it's all about, like, they're basically like Frankenstein, right? Like Frankenstein zombies. Oh yeah, I'm beat here. There's nothing I don't think there's anything I can draw to make this go well. Oh, bummer. No, planes definitely isn't going to do it. Good game. Yeah. Did not go well. Lots of removal, not quite enough. I should have left that 3/3 alone. I wanted it gone, I wanted to clear the space. But, yeah. So this is Innistrad Midnight Hunt. It's very werewolfy themed. One of the planeswalkers is a werewolf. She changes, and based on day and night, she has different abilities. The next set, which releases in just 2 months, is called Innistrad Crimson Vow, which is vampire themed, and it is all about Olivia Voldaren, who is one of the vampire queens of the plane, marrying, we believe, Edgar Markov, who is the patriarch of the vampire clans. They actually do have some Frankenstein-y stuff in the original Innistrad sets. This is our 3rd time back to Innistrad. Instead of creating golems, they actually do create zombies. There's one thing that's called Rooftop Storm, and it's basically the top of Frankenstein's lab with lightning hitting it, and it says you may cast zombie spells for 0 instead of their regular mana costs. It just gives you free zombies. Chaplain of Alm's first turn. We got some removal and immolation. Search party pack. Sure. Keep. Boop. Boop. First strike, 1/1 ward. Can't kill it first turn. And Voldaren Stinger? Absolutely. Keep an eye on my time here. One, 3, huh? So I'm gonna put immolation on this so that he doesn't threaten any of my dudes. Attack because they both first strike. Sure. Fine by me. And that lets me cast Search Party Captain for 2. Look at that. How about that? Draw a card? Hell yeah. Look at that. Hobbling zombie, a 2/2 with death touch. So none of these are really useful anymore. So let's do a full attack and see how the blocking solution translates here. I'll probably put it on the chaplain. No? Okay. He's just going to make me use the mana to kill it? What you doing? Just going to trade with the search party captain. I probably would have blocked the chaplain of arms here. You know, for 2 mana, I can just destroy his hobbling zombie and save my 2/2. I'm going to do that. So now he's got a 2/2 with Decayed, but it can't block. So these zombie tokens are good little, like, instant attackers. But unless you have some other way to use them better, it's really just, you know, a one-shot little 2/2 magic missile and you're done. So use Defenestrate on the Stinger. Okay. So it burns away from the Decayed. That's neat. Beginning of combat on your turn. That gains lifelink. 3 mana 2/3 with Disturb. So I think the best bet is to put down Ritual Guardian here. It gets lifelink, but who cares? It can't attack. Take 3. I'd be alright if he killed this, because now I can disturb it back and give everything ward, but I have a feeling that's why he's not killing it. So even if he takes out, like, the search party captain here... Oh, man. I'm actually in okay position here. I'm actually going to put this out first. That way, if going to combat, he takes something out, my Ritual Guardian will still get the lifelink. Oh, shit! And it has haste. Never mind. Nice big, massive swing here. I forgot it had haste. Glad I thought abstractly there. So, they mill 3, but who cares? Put out Morning Patrol. And sure, Mountain. Full swing. Even if you block the biggest one, I've still got you by 3. Cool. That worked out well. That was just a nice little curve out victory there. I'll take that. Excuse me. That was fun. Ooh. I really like my my Ren avatar. I think Ren looks really cool. So good mana. Nothing spectacular, but if they do a creature in the first 2 turns, the Sunset Revelry could be a fancy little play. They got their shark sleeves. Okay, I love this person already because they already spent the money on the swamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By the time I play, so 2 mana to create 2 1/1s. I don't think it's worth it right now. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let him hit me, so I'll gain the life as well. So they put out a zombie, he gets bigger. They didn't. So basically, I waited 1 turn and I got to gain I got to gain more life from it. I'm going to do that now. I don't get the card, which is kind of a bummer, but I get the first two, which is pretty cool. So I'm at 23 with two 1/1s. Thanks. So on his turn now, if he summons a zombie, champion will get bigger. I'll go ahead and take it, because then I can just immolate it for 2 and take it out. I mean, I'm going to immolate it anyway, because I don't want that around. Do you have something you can buff it with? Buff needs to stick around there, dude. Gone. So we'll hit him for 2. Have a pumpkin! Pumpkin! Happy Halloween! Every time the humans attack, it's like, Happy Halloween! Smash! What you got? All right. So you're gonna make a crappy zombie. I'll make a 2/3 vigilance so that your zombie can't attack through anyway. So your zombie is useless. Useless. So a 1/3 defender. See? Look. Tap 3 untapped creatures you control. Look at the top card of your library and put it in your graveyard. So he's got... oh. So he's got he's got the right idea, we'll say. Oh, Village Watch. Village Watch is really cool. I'm a big fan. Search Party Captain. So, does Village Watch take up all my mana? It sure does. I mean, obviously, that's what we're going to do. Man, a 4/3 haste that gets bigger at night, that is... I am glad I put that in my deck. That is a card I enjoy. Walls do still exist. To keep from having to, like, call things walls. Oh, geez. They give Defender, which is an ability that basically, like, a wall would have. Like, it can't attack. It can only block. So this basically is a zombie wall. Oh, look at that. That's quite the thing there. A 7/6 menace. Oh my. Let's do... Goodness. No attacks. Walls don't have the baggage of not being able to attack anymore. Everything was effectively errated to have Defender. And they did that because creatures that have an ability called Changeling effectively have all creature types. And since Wall is a creature type, it's technically a wall. But it can still attack because walls don't have that rules baggage anymore. I love the animation for a crappy 2/2 zombie. It's like, look at this amazing creature that I've created. They didn't attack with a 7/6. That's strange. I didn't expect that. I expected a full-on attack with that. They are not being very aggressive. Oof. They should have been aggressive. Now they're going to pay the price. They've lost their 7/6 and they get a crappy little clue token. I bet they're not happy with me right now. Mishra's Factory. What do you mean updated? Mishra's Factory was actually in a recent set. They actually reprinted it recently. Mishra's Factory is a pretty good blocker. For 1 mana, it becomes a 2/2, and it can tap to make itself bigger. Ooh, Phantom Carriage, 4/4 flyer. That 6 mana for a 4/4 flyer. That's an air elemental. Air elementals win games. All of these are humans, so I can Flare of Faith anything. If he blocks something with it, I can make it bigger. Yep. Sorry, dude. I'm just keeping up the aggression on this. Have they neutered it or added weird rules to it? Nope. No, it works just the same way it has. I know people that play Mishra's Factory in their commander decks. Because technically it comes in, it's an artifact creature, so a lot of commander decks have really good artifact synergies. Oh, look at that. That was a good play right there. Oh, nice. See, now I'm in a little rough top deck mode here. So Morning Patrol, Flying Vigilance 2/1. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna attack with this. That's what I wanted right there. I actually wanted to put the Flying 2/1 up. Works for me. It is. It is. Okay, you didn't see the goofy thing. It's clever girl. I have a Velociraptor mask that I wore when Andy was playing Magic a few weeks ago, and I had this shirt on. It says Clever Girl, and it's just a Velociraptor mask, and you can see my eyes in the Velociraptor mask. It's hysterical. But no, yeah, Mishra's Factory is one of those cards. It's like still playable, still played. So interesting thing here, Triskaidekaphile. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 13 cards in your hand, you win the game. You have no maximum hand size, and for 4 mana you can draw a card. So if you can stall out a game and draw up to 13 cards, you can potentially steal a game here. Put 2 in the air there. Play our Search Party Captain. We'll draw a card from that. Hopefully get something worth a damn. Come on. No. That's fine. Oh, this has Vigilance too. I forgot this has Vigilance. So I keep my power on the board. Realistically, he should be just aggressively hitting me with that 2/2 and the 3/5. But I think he's a strange choice. What's this do? So he gets the +1/+1. Oh shit. What the hell was that? Oh, okay. He made a big thing. Good job, dude. That is certainly a thing. But I've got stuff in the air and you don't. So he is on a clock. Clock of a few turns. So he's got this 5/5 that can come at me, but he does sacrifice a blocker if he swings with it, so. So it's bigger. He's got to create. He's bringing back the horse carriage. Nice job. Very nice. And he can cast it this turn. That's good. Ugh. So I'm in top deck mode again. Maybe I'll draw some removal. I didn't draw a lot of removal this turn or this game, so maybe we'll get something. Oh shit! I didn't mean to rope you, dude. I apologize. Can I say sorry? I can't say sorry. I'll give him a nice though. All of his synergies are coming together pretty well, I have to say. Oh man. So he brings that back too. Ugh. I don't think I can win this game. That's a bummer. I'm at 23. Blocks. Going down to 17. Look at that. Look at that. Now he's at 3. Blow that out of the sky. Good game. Yep, I got it. Woo! That was some excellent top decking right there. Holy crap. Transformer Clever Girl Brick. They officially added a new member to the original G1 Dinobots. Slash, and she turns into a Velociraptor. Not the first female Dinobot, but the first to be a 100% member of the team and get a toy. That is pretty cool. Honestly, Barry, here's the thing. And this is going to be me coming down on you just a little bit. Good-natured friend coming down and not actually coming down on you. Every now and then, you'll go off about a story of a Transformer. And you'll be like, here, let me tell you about this variant toy that comes out, blah, 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 blah. And I love hearing it because you saw my status earlier today where I love seeing people rant about what they love. Even if it's something that I'm not into or that I can't relate to, I am compersive in that I enjoy watching people bask in what they enjoy. I'm going to keep this even though I don't have any white mana, just because. Get a webcam. Or put your GoPro on a shitty $12 tripod and just rant to the camera about Transformers and upload it to YouTube. That's it. Just put it on YouTube. There is no reason. Damn, he's got a hell of a beginning here, doesn't he? There is. I'm just gonna take the damage. There's no reason that you shouldn't be putting 1 to 2 videos on YouTube each week of you just ranting about random toys and Transformers. Because the thing is, yeah, absolutely, come over here and hang out with us. We're both vaxxed. My coughing is just shitty bronchitis and a dysphagia that I have. Um, Come over here. We'll give you a fucking segment on the show. Over in the next room, we can set up the laptop with one of the cameras, and we'll put you on as streaming about Transformers, and we'll upload it to the YouTube channel. I mean, honestly, your just your rapturous joy about Transformers. Uh, there's no reason that you're not putting it on YouTube and sharing it with people. And yes, God Cheese, I am repping. I am repping Clever Girl. I think the Clever Girl mask is over. Hang on one second. I don't know where it is. I thought I left it over there, but I don't know where I put it. Intrepid Adversary. Pay it once. Sweet. It's so good. Oh, that's a good card. So now when day becomes night, night becomes day. Ooh. Oh, wait. I just put that. Okay. I'll take 5, gain 4. Fine. It'll cost you a creature. No problem. Really? Alright. I didn't expect that. Yes, it is? Okay. Alright. They're doing math. They're getting sneaky about it. It really is just a 3-2 with reach, isn't it? Now this he can make bigger. This one started out kind of rough. I think it's ending in kind of a almost a little face off here. That intrepid adversary turned stuff around, didn't it? Man. He's not happy with me. It's a good card. So, Daybound and Nightbound, yes. When a card with Daybound comes in, it becomes Day. If a active player doesn't play a spell on their turn, it becomes Night. All the Daybound cards flip to their Nightbound side, and cards with Nightbound come in as Nightbound. So right now it's day. I did cast a card this turn. I did cast a spell this turn, so it won't flip to night. But if something flipped it tonight, this guy would become a 5/4 on the back end and give all my wolves and werewolves haste, which he'd be a 6/5 because this guy's giving everyone +1/+1. This guy's just hemorrhaging creatures. Yes, so if the opponent doesn't play a card on their turn, it becomes night, which actually makes my creature more powerful. Because I'm the only person that has anything that's flipping anything to night right now. Oh, look at that. So they're giving up 2 creatures to kill mine. Which is going to let my Outrider put a +1/+1 counter. I'm going to put it on the Intrepid Adversary. Another mechanic is Disturb. So I've got this Chaplain of Arms here. It's a 1 mana, 1/1 first striker, and it has Ward 1. So whenever a permanent with Ward becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, it gets countered unless they pay the Ward cost. So here, he just put a thing with Nightbound in too. But then Disturb, you can play it out of the graveyard, and it becomes the Disturbed card side. So here, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it gets +1/+1. But then on the Nightbound side, it becomes a 3/4 that gets +2/+2 with instant or sorcery. So considerably more problematic. I'm gonna not do that because that's stupid. I will swing with that. And I'll swing with that too, just to see what he wants to do. If he double blocks, I'm fine with it. He could double block that 4/4. He's going to take 3. Honestly, Nightbound is mostly stronger. The problem with Nightbound is if you want to flip something to Nightbound, you have to forego casting spells on your turn. Then it flips to Nightbound on your opponent's turn, and if they cast 2 spells, they could flip back to day. There are some artifacts and creatures and stuff that... Oh, he just took the damage? Holy shit. Oh, this is going to turn out really well for me. There's that. He's got to give up at this point. He got mana screwed. I feel kind of bad for him. They got mana screwed. This just came out today, so there's not really a whole lot of decks that are out yet. But I assume we're going to be seeing a lot of interesting decks in this format. Yeah, we're just going to do a full attack here. And then whatever gets through, we're going to Flare Faith it for the extra damage that's necessary. I'm basically playing humans. As you can see, I don't really have any werewolves on my side. I did that one red thing was a werewolf. But I do have a few pieces of human synergy, this being one of them. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's a human, it gets +3/+3 and gains indestructible. So, pretty rad. That guy over there, the 4/4 tramples. I've got 2 3/5s, a 2/2 first striker. It's just the math's not working out for this player very well. I think I've got him on board, but I've also got Flare of Faith if I need it. Yeah. Good game. I know the loser should say good game, but I wasn't trying to be a dick there, but it's hard to tell if people are genuine or not, but I was. So if WX happens to, by some miracle, watch this stream someday, please know that I enjoyed playing you. Um, Also, God Cheese, if you are interested, tomorrow at 7 is the actual pre-release for this format. We're going to be playing at the Guard Tower East on East Main Street. You are more than welcome to join us if you want to get back into playing some paper magic. Another function of this set is a thing called Coven. If you have 3 creatures of all varying powers, your creature enters the battlefield under your control. Oh, I don't like that. I don't want that to. You gain 1 life? No, I don't want that to be alive. Coven, various things will proc if you have 3 creatures of varying power. In this case, for a 1/1, it becomes basically a wall. Whenever another creature you control dies, transform into a 3/2. I don't like that either. Boy's been dragging you for Apex and Tarkov. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing is that Apex Legends or something? Is that a mobile game? Or am I thinking of something else? Apex Legends. Excuse me. Excuse me. God dang. Okay. I am notoriously shit with shooters, and not really great with with RTS games either. Oh shit, look at this. So, for 5 mana they put out a 6/5, ward 1. And if it flips to night, it becomes an 8/7, ward 3. God damn. Is a werewolf. And werewolves die. Oh, damn it. Oh! Ward. Shit. Oops. Oh, it even asked me if I was sure. Oh, so stupid. Yeah, good game. No attacks. It even gave you a warning. I'm like, well, yeah, of course I want to. I thought it was like, do you really want to just waste 3 damage on this? I'm like, but it's a werewolf. It'll work. Ugh. Oh. So stupid. Snarling Wolf gets +2/+2, which he can activate. Shit. Well, let's make him activate it. Eat up the eat up eat up the mana. See, even you said kill that werewolf. See? Yes. Because I can still pay for it. I can still pay the ward 3. Man, that hurt. That was so stupid. Ah, it's so bad. I mean, I can't just let a freaking thing hit me for that much, can I? It sucks. Aw. Oh, I thought it gives another thing flying. Never mind. Oh, that's it? That's all you're doing? That's fine. If they'd swung with the wolf, I'd have been much more worried. Oh, they got rid of the other thing in the graveyard. Ah, good game. Yeah. Yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb. That was dumb. Pay attention to ward, you dipshit. Should not have lost that game. Oh, it even told me. Are you sure? The game's like, are you sure? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. Ah, man. Mm-mm. That was not the right way to play Magic. That was a poor choice. How to play Magic. The Gathering. That was Magic the Scattering, is what that was. Oh, I just saw that Godchi says that you get to build firearms with real parts from Escape from Tarkov. That's kind of cool. But if you die, you lose your gear? Fuck that. I hate that shit. I don't need that kind of realism in my gaming. That is not the realism I need. That's why I don't like Fallout 76, honestly. When you die, you drop all your junk that you've been picking up. Fuck that. I'm mad about it. I'm gonna keep all my junk. Delver, huh? 6 cards in hand. That's fine. Nope. Doesn't extract with it. What's extract mean? What are you doing? Really? Wow. Wow. You wasted you wasted that on that? I will never understand people. I should have just let him swing through, because then I could have done Sunset Revelry for all three. Oh well. It's daytime. How about a game of nighttime, daytime? Swing through. Put your Dover over. Hit me. Hit me for one. You know I'm not going to block with my Cathar Commando. Oh shit. I'm an asshole. You know I'm not going to block. Well, let me attack then. Alright, no blocks. Now I get to Sunset Revelry with everything. Makes me happy. 5 cards in hand, so I Sunset Revelry. Gain 4. That's awesome. That's so good. That was a good play. No. Nuke there. Delver. You really want to trade with my Cathar, you're more than welcome to. Please do. Do it. Do it! I am the Senate! With Tarkov, when you play, you start at your hideout. You deploy to locations to raid the location. You can go in with up to 5 players. When you deploy into a location, you have to extract from it to secure any loot you found in the raid. I gotcha. Oh, crap. It's nighttime. Oh, that's a good card. I'm over here like, oh, that's a good card. Spirit, creature with disturb, or enchantment. Is that a disturb? No. Can't block, can't block. It's a 2/2. I mean, I'm still going to fully swing. Do you really want to trade the 2/2? I mean, you kind of have to, don't you? And then I hit my 4/4 flyer. And your stuff can't block. It's a PvPvE game. Oh, yeah, I won. That game I kind of ran away with. Anywhere from 10 to 14 other players in the raid. There are PvE bosses and AI enemies as well. That does sound kind of cool. 1,400 gems I'm going to get from this at least. That's exciting. Not bad for my free sealed play. So it is 11:22. I have to leave by 12 to get ready for work. Look at that! Intrepid Adversary! This deck's pretty solid. Only game gets your adrenaline pumping anymore. It sounds pretty intense. It sounds like I would completely suck at it, though. I'd watch the fuck out of it. You should stream it. By the way, Rain, Orange Dreamsicle, delicious. Tastes like a straight up creamsicle. Oh, not strong enough to play and stream. That's what I'm kind of running into here. we're running into 3-1 lifelink. I'm going to save it. We're running into the fact that I'm sitting in a very powerful PC, but our internet is so poor, streaming it is problematic at best. And if you go back and look at the Wasteland Wednesday streams, the video playback is subpar. So this could come in at a 4-2 lifelink. Could come in next turn and make that a 3-3 though. Decent PC, good internet, Tarkov super intensive. Sounds like it would be, especially with as many people are playing on that. That sounds like it would chew through some bandwidth. Wow, really? You wasted your removal on my thing that made me draw one. Okay. I guess it saved me the problem of power 2 or less. Okay, so it wouldn't have taken that out anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. So I would only gain a card from that. Let's just put out another winning game and draw a card. There we go. End turn. If I draw a land next turn, this sucker comes in as a 5-3 lifelink, and my search party captain becomes a 4-4. Nah. You can have your decayed that can't block. Because it has defender now. It can't even attack. Can't block, can't attack. It just sits there and looks like a zombie. Yeah, that's why I took that zombie out. Zombie with death touch is a problem. Yeah, that's a good card. 3 mana, 2/2 death touch. When it dies, you get a little hobbly token. Oh, look at that. A 7/6, huh? Too smart for that, weren't you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. Gross. Nope. I'm gonna take the hit. Bring me a cursed. Isn't. Ooh, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Oh shit! Really? That is. Makes me do something there. I mean, zombie giant. That's only werewolves. Man. Still taking 9. So this... At least there's that. No attacks. I'm willing to trade if you are. I'll gain 5 life from it. I'm not going to do it. Oh, okay. He is. Fine. I am fine with that. Means on my turn, my Sunset Revelry gets me all 3 things. Burn the accursed here. Gets me a card and the life. I should have done it and gotten the two tokens, but oh well, that's fine. That's a werewolf for my silver bolt. Fine. We're both running out of gas here, I hope. Come on, give me something reasonable. Alright, I'm done with land. You don't have to feed me any more land. Now it's nighttime, so if he's got one of those hasty nighttime badasses, I'm in trouble. Well, that's a thing you can do. Oh, jeez. Getting that back is rough. Yeah. He's gonna do it and sack that Festival Crasher. Just to have it. We might put out the... Oh no. The other big werewolf. Nice. Saw that coming. Ah, come on. Can't believe that just happened. I'll take it though. I mean, if you want to hand me that W on that combat, I guess I'll let you. I don't have much left otherwise, but... Hit me for 4. Yeah. Next turn I'm going to be hurting, but... Man, Vigilance makes me sad. Why do you get +4? Oh, because you have a token. Oh, I see. So if he swings with both, I do my blocks and I can sack that Cathar Commando to blow up the token to make the tracker only be a 2-3. So they'll bounce. Best. It's not great. can't play that this turn. Swing with both. Okay. Alright. So we passed the blockers. Look here. Here. That's the block. And we sack to destroy this. Make this bigger. Eat that boy. At least there's that. So no attacks. I'm staying ahead until that 6/6 showed up. You're going to hit me for 8 this turn. That's a bummer. So they can do Lambholt Harrier, prevents me from blocking, hit me for 8. They get any pumps I run. Oh, it's Tovolar. Of course Tovolar's here. Damn, man. Nice. No blocks. This like told a story. Like Tovolar showed up and all the werewolves started kicking my ass. Yeah. And he turns it to nighttime. So, or well, no, it's nighttime. Wait a minute. Why did it turn to nighttime? Oh, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves or werewolves, it becomes night. Nice. Very nice. Good game. That's alright. Because that puts me at about time anyway. That works. Meh. 4 wins, 1,400 gems and 3 packs. Yep, I'm aware. Thanks. Oh yeah, the rotation has occurred. Blip, 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 blip. Oh, renewal gift. What do I get in my renewal? Hatch the renewal egg. So I get 20 gems, a bunch of these random ass rares. Bloodthirsty Adversary is good. Briarbridge Tracker just kicked my ass. Triska Deck File is ridiculous. Siphon Insight sucks. Sludge Monster is definitely a thing. Sun Gold Sunwolf. Mastery Orb. So we're up to 2. Let's see what we so Rotten Reunion, Electric Revelation, Tapping at the Window, creepy. Otherworldly Gaze or Homestead Courage. Let's do Rotten Reunion. Start building on that tree. So you can build a Tainted Adversary, Spectral Adversary, Trepid Adversary. Of course, the adversaries are your end of the tree there. Okay, cool. We'll crack some packs here and we'll sign off, I think. Malevolent Hermit. I love this artwork, by the way. Look how creepy he looks. It's like something out of The Witcher. You sack him and counter spells, and then he comes back and says non-creature spells you control can't be countered. Neat. Bounding Wolf, we saw. Rise of the Ants. Talk about your weird gothic horror, I guess. Ecstatic Awakener. And then Awoken Demon. Pretty cool. You sack another creature, draw a card, then transform him, and he becomes a 4/4. If you've got sack synergies, it's great. Otherwise, it's a complete waste of time and mana. 1 mana for a 1/1. I mean, I guess you can dump some stuff into it later in the game, but not an impressive card. Although it is a common, I guess. For a common, you can't complain about it. There's our company land. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. The only problem is it's not fetchable, which kind of blows. The other Tango lands are fetchable. Raise the Effigy, decent combat trick. 1 mana, 2/2, +2/+2, where you destroy target artifact. Outland Liberator, 2 mana, 2/2. You can sack it to destroy target artifact or enchantment. Put on the Nightbound side, it becomes a 3/3. Whenever it attacks, you destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls. Solid. I'm a big fan of that card. Bring an uncommon, it's a good Magic card. Might of the Old Ways, 2 mana, +2/+2. You can activate Coven with it. Then, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, draw a card. Even its fail case is okay, but being able to draw a card from it's pretty solid. I enjoy Bat Whisperer, 3 mana, 4/2. If an opponent lost life this turn, it comes with a bat. Not a bad little common. Basically has Bloodthirst effect. Augur of Autumn. This card, solid. 3 mana, 2/3. You can look at the top card of your library anytime. You can play lands from the top of your library. And as long as you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you can cast creature spells from the top of your library. Very cool. This will see some play, probably in Historic, with like an Azusa build. Azusa's in Historic, I believe, right? Yeah. Just lets you just ramp like crazy off the top of your library and cast creatures. Big fan. Mystic Skull. 2 mana for a mana fixer. 5 and tap, it becomes a 5/6, and lands you control tap to add 1 mana of any color. It becomes the ultimate monstrous mana fixer, and it's super creepy looking. I love the artwork on it. Big fan. Sunset Revelry we saw. Unblinking Observer, 2 mana for a 2/1, tap to add blue, spend it only to pay a disturb cost or cast an instant or sorcery spell. The white-blue archetype is heavy disturb graveyard synergy, which is interesting for a white-blue. Jack-o'-lantern, you know, for something as cool as a jack-o'-lantern, speaking from my Halloween heart, they could have done better here. 1 tap and sack it. Exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard and draw a card. So I guess 2 mana, sack something from a graveyard, draw a card. Not terrible. And then exile from the graveyard and add 1 mana of any color, so it fixes from the graveyard. Kind of weird. So Kessig Naturalist, big fan. 2 mana, 2/2. When it attacks, you get a red or green, and you keep the mana through the end of the turn. But then it flips to Lord of the Ulvenwald, which gives other wolves and werewolves +1/+1, and it does the same mana ability. So it flips to a werewolf lord, which is pretty cool. Memory Deluge might be one of the best cards in the set. 4 mana. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put 2 of them in your hand and the rest of the bottom of your library anywhere. That alone would be a good Magic card. 4 mana. Look at the top 4. Draw 2 of them. That's a good card. But Flashback 7. Late game, look at the top 7 cards of your library and pick 2. That is a late game win. You find your win condition. You find exactly what you need at the end of the game on that. That's a hell of a card. Flame Channeler. Saw it earlier. 2 mana, 2/2. When you spell you control deals damage, transform. Whenever a spell you control deals damage, put a flame counter on it. Pay 1, remove a flame counter, exile the top card of your library. You can play that card this turn. Really only matters in the Spells Matter deck, but it is good in that build. Devious Cover Up, 4 mana, counter target spell, exile it, shuffle up to 4 target cards from your graveyard into your library. I mean, it's a counter spell that does stuff. And then we have Olivia's Midnight Ambush that I adore. 2 mana for -2/2. If it's night, it's -13/13. I adore that. That's fantastic. And then Celestis Sanctifier. 3 mana, 3/2, becomes day when it comes in. And whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your graveyard. It's like an automatic mill, which would be kind of silly, but the white-black does have some resurrection capability, and the white-blue has Disturb. Yeah, 2 mana kill card, right? 2 mana for -2/2. But then if it's night, it gets -13/13. But then there was that. Hang on. I don't think you were here. I'm gonna let me show you. Um, I don't know why it's giving me this. Collected Midnight Hunt. White. Just had the damn thing. Where'd it go? There it is. Fateful Absence. 1 white and 1. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Its controller gets a clue token. Again, it's not Swords to Plowshares because it doesn't exile. It's not Path to Exile. Because again, it doesn't exile. But 2 mana to destroy target creature or planeswalker. Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile doesn't touch planeswalkers. They're just creatures. This lets you hit a planeswalker, and it gives them a clue token that they've got to dump mana to draw from anyway. Like, this is a great card. And, bonus for me, Eric Deschamps, the artist for this, is almost always at Magic Fests. Sorin is one of my favorite planeswalkers. I like vampires. Vampires are cool. They've always been cool. Even back in the day when there were literally only 3 vampires in the whole friggin' game, I used to play vampire decks. And it was like Ravenous Vampire, Krovikan Vampire, Sengir Vampire, and Baron Sengir. Like, that was like what you had, right? And Ravenous Vampire sucked. Krovikan Vampire sucked. Sengir Vampire was expensive. And the Baron was absurd. Like, the only way to get Baron into play was to put him in your graveyard and resurrect him. But I still played the shit out of those decks because vampires are cool. The fact that Sorin is a planeswalker vampire touches my heart. And I love the flavor text of this because it's like foreshadowing the next set. It says, sensing a plot, Sorin raced to his grandfather's resting crypt, but someone else had gotten there first, and it's empty. So Edgar Markov is supposed to be in this crypt, and he's not. That's neat. And we know that Olivia Voldaren, who is like the vampire queen of the Voldaren clan, is going to be getting married next set. That is the Crimson Vow. So, is she marrying Edgar Markov? What's going on? Like, I love the lore of this game. I love what they've done. I love that there's a billion friggin' vampires now. I have a vampire commander deck that I adore. Days of Our Planeswalkers. You're right. It is young adult drama, basically. Like, it reads like young adult fiction. But it's entertaining. War of the Spark. If you look up the War of the Spark trailer, it is one of the best pieces of video game filmmaking I've ever seen. It's all about the zombie invasion of Ravnica and the moment when Liliana turns against Nicol Bolas. It's an emotional, like, punch to the heart because you see a planeswalker die. I gotta go anyway because I gotta get a shower and get ready for work. But if you look up War of the Spark trailer, Magic War of the Spark trailer, it'll be worth it. You'd love to see a Diablo-style game set in the Magic universe. Funny enough, they actually just tried this. I think it was called... God, I don't think Andy's on here anymore. I think Andy went to bed. This was actually... They literally just released this like 6 months ago, and it's already not even supported anymore because nobody played it. But it looked like so much fun because it was very Diablo-style looking, but you built your moves and your attacks off of randomly generated cards that you would pull. So instead of having like one constant attack that you just chop through or fire off, you would get different ones that could fire off, and it basically just cycled through your deck. So it made it very magic-y, but it was like a procedurally generated Diablo-style game. The problem is it was really just kind of random crypts that didn't have a very good story. So I think that's kind of why it fell off. They're like, okay, cool, it's Magic characters, but we've played this game before. So that's why I think it was not a hit with the players. Plus, and here's the thing. When I play Magic, I want to play Magic. I appreciate um, the Magic lore and everything, but if I want to play a game that's based on the Magic lore, I want to play a game based on the Magic lore and not Magic at that point. So, like, this is the World of Warcraft discussion, right? Like, Warcraft was great because it was a real time strategy game. We loved Warcraft, Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3, because we were playing a real time strategy game. And we loved the story of it because the story was super rich. So we're like, oh, well, we would like a role playing game based on this story. And they gave it to us. They gave us World of Warcraft, which, for all of its faults, is still going on 17 years later after its launch. And they did it because they're like, okay, they want the lore, they want a role playing game. Give them the role playing game with all the rich lore and everything else. Leave the RTS out of it. With Magic, they gave us kind of a watered down lore Diablo clone, but they tried to like put the magic still in it. And I think that's what failed it. So, yeah. I think that's why that failed. So, I think next time I play, I'll probably do some Premier Draft because I do have 4 player draft tokens still. Um, my weekly wins don't reset for another several days. My daily wins, I could have played some more today and gotten some wins, but again, I have to head to work. Um, ooh, I am very happy that I got this card sleeve. I'm a big fan. Deck builder RPGs don't work very well. Even ones like Darkest Dungeon don't do too well, despite being deemed a success. Yeah. Oh, what's up, G-Man? Yeah, I have a route tonight that takes me damn near all the way to West Virginia. It's kind of a silly route. It goes Westerville, New Albany, Zanesville, McConnellsville, Woodsfield. Do you know where Woodsfield is? Nobody knows where Woodsfield is. I didn't know where Woodsfield was till I got this route. It is a crappy little town in the middle of freaking nowhere. It's, whew. But I mean, it pays $200 a night, so I can't complain. And near what? It's not near anything. Literally near nothing. Like the closest notable city would be like, so there's Cambridge, right, where 70 and 77 cross. And if you take 77 south for about 45 minutes, you get to State Route 79. And if you take 79 east, about 45 minutes, you get to Woodsfield. It's about as good as it gets. Or Woodsfield north an hour puts you near St. Clairsville. Near St. Clairsville. But you have to take Route 800. State Route 800 is like, they handed somebody a map. And they're like, all right, we need this road to go south from 70. And we need it to go to this little town here. So can you draw a line from 70 to this little town here? And this person was like, you want me to draw the line? Like, yeah, we need you to draw this line. I don't think you thought this through very well. There you go. And they're like, cool, we'll plot this out. We'll send it to the engineers. I'm like, sir, I don't think you made a good choice here. But that is State Route 800. All roads south 70 are like that. You're not wrong, because so I think it's Route 60 from Zanesville to McConnellsville, which isn't bad. That's not a bad shot. The only problem with that shot is about 20 miles of it is no cell phone service at all, which is problematic. About 5 years ago, my car actually broke down, and I had to hike. I walked to this little town called Gaysport and had to cross a bridge to the other side of the Muskingum River to get cell phone service, to call for help, and then walk back to the car. But 60 to McConnellsville is not bad. There used to be an old route that went to McConnellsville and then Athens, and we used to call that driving the squiggle because the road from McConnellsville to Athens, I think might be 50, but I think I'm wrong, is a squiggle. It is, going around hills and all kinds of stuff getting to Athens. It's like a rally car track. Taking 79 from McConnellsville to Woodsfield makes the squiggle seem straight. Like, man. So my route leaves at 1. It's supposed to leave at 11. They have it indefinitely pushed back to 1. So by the time I get to McConnellsville, it's usually like 4 o'clock. So thankfully, if they get me out a little bit late, as I'm driving this rally car track to Woodsfield, the sun starts coming up. But I've driven it in just pitch dark at night a few times, and it's something. One thing that is cool on the route, there is a thing called the Miners Memorial Park, and there's this giant steam shovel, like scoop steam shovel, that is there that you can like take pictures with and get on and everything. And it is enormous. It is really cool looking. Big Muskie, is that what it's called? It's really cool looking. I've seen pictures of it, but until this morning when I was running the route, I had never seen it. And they got me out a little bit late last night, and I got held up by some of the nurses. So you saw the whole machine? Holy shit. Okay, that's really cool. Because I was coming around the corner, and as you come around this corner, you go down a little bit and then up again. And as you go down is the pull-in for the Miners Park. And it was the first time that I looked over and saw this giant-ass scoop shovel on top of the hill. And I was like, holy shit, that is way cool. Like, I'd seen pictures of it, never seen the whole thing. It was a moving building. I bet it was. That was a big-ass fucking shovel. That's cool. But I think they're going to be a little late tonight. So I'm actually going to take one of my cameras with me tonight. And, because I got nothing going on tomorrow until 7. So I got kind of the day. And on the way back from Woodsfield this morning, I might overshoot 77 and go back to the Miners Park and take some pictures. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I one, I really have to pee. And two, I gotta get a shower. I gotta hop in the shower in a few minutes, get ready, because I work at 1. So, thanks everybody for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed some of the lore, a little piece of that, and hearing me rant a little bit. I do enjoy this drive. This route is long, but I do hit lots of sheets on the way. Sheets is like my jam right now. My route on Tuesdays, I go Gahanna, Pickerington, Lancaster, Athens, Gallipolis, Coal Grove, Ohio, Franklin Furnace, Ohio, Portsmouth, Ohio, and then back. Long ass route, but a lot of fun. And I always wind up going to Huntington, Kentucky, or Huntington, West Virginia. Yeah, it's West Virginia, right? Huntington, West Virginia. Where we are Marshall. The Marshall University's there. It's West Virginia. Because they've got a Sheets there that sells 88 octane. And that's like my pit stop. And then I come home, hit the other ones on the way. But that's fun. And then my Monday route's way easier because it's new. But it is Lancaster, Cambridge. Take a shit in Gallipolis to remind you what it is next time you're there. Dude, Gallipolis is just a pittance of a little town, isn't it? My Monday route, I do have a couple. Oh no, it's East Broad. There's something on East Broad I hit, and then Lancaster, Cambridge. But with the option, they have an option of tacking up to like 8 to 10 extra stops in Lancaster, but they pay me like $9 an extra stop. It's like that route pays like $170 anyway, but it could be like $260 some days, and I still get home before like 1 a.m. So Tuesdays feel like I don't work because I don't work until like 1 a.m. Wednesday morning. So dated a girl from Gallipolis. I don't even have jokes. Yeah, I don't even have jokes. And then on Sundays, Sunday is actually my favorite route because I love northwestern Ohio too. Sunday I go Minster, Rockford, Delphos, Colida, Ottawa, Leipzig, and then back. And I love those because it's almost all country road. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Funny enough, if you got to pee, just pee. Just stop on the side of the road and pee. There's nobody out there. Um, and that route usually leaves at like 6 p.m. So it's an evening route. So many miles. I know you like being around those. I do. It's a ton of miles, but I mean I own 3 cars now, and they're all paid off. They all run. My Kia needs some work. Yeah, damn it! It just reminded me the blower motor resistor just went bad this morning, so I don't have high blower, which sucks. I have like medium, which is crap. Um, and I can't reach the resistor on my own. I gotta have somebody do it because it's like up underneath it's above the gas pedal, and my no-mass hands can't get up there. So that's the only problem with the Kia right now. It's got some. I replaced the catalytic converter with a generic one from uh, Mad Hatter, so it's thrown a code because it thinks the oxygen sensor's fucked up, but it's not. But it does need recall work on the engine, and I'm in the process of getting like a refund for the engine that I put in there because of uh, the recall that caused the engine problem. So Kia's kind of the Kia's problematic, but it's my baby anyway. Um, and then I've got an HHR and a Honda Accord, which are both, I can fit all these routes in all of them. So, yeah, being your own boss is a big plus. My problem is I threw my back out and I've been kind of sick lately and I don't have insurance, which is problematic. I've got dental, but it's like basic shit dental that I got from like Stride. So, maybe somebody will marry me for insurance. That's always a possibility, right? It's all right. I'll be all right. Um, really, my lazy ass just needs to walk more to lose some weight. Because, with the exception of like getting these routes, even when I was doing routes, I was only like full time route 3 days a week, and then maybe like a stat, so I wasn't getting any real exercise. Um, it was really just enough to get by for the last couple months because I had money to burn basically. Story of my life. Yeah, right. Like, let's get out and do some walking. Yeah, but video games and movies and masturbating. Ugh. God, even my concubines, it's not even like a pursuit anymore. Twitch, right? It's like, hey, what are you up to tonight? And you walk 4 feet in the building, bang, and then you leave. Like, oh God. Anyway, gents, I gotta roll. Always a pleasure. We'll see y'all later, and take care of your mom. Do you like play games in between things that you do for her? I mean, there's nobility there. I mean, take care of your mom is the right thing to do. I mean, yeah, even if life is complicated at that point, you're doing good and you're doing right. So, yeah, it's your mom. You gotta take care of your mom. So, but yeah, in the spirit of RNG gaming, as always, keep rolling those dice. You roll a 20 and crit eventually. So saith the law of percentages or probability or some shit. I don't know. I'm trying to be inspirational. I just don't have it today. Anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Tomorrow we probably won't stream. I might stream before we go do pre-release. If that happens, it probably won't be Magic. I've got a couple other things. I bought a Humble Bundle of some Telltale games. So we might play a couple chapters of the Batman Telltale or the Walking Dead Telltale. And then there was another one that was called like The Night of the Wolf or something. So we might do that before we run out to pre-release tomorrow. Depending on how late I get home tonight and sleep, we'll see how that plays out. Saturday, Andy will probably stream for a bit, um, or he might go to Ren Fair. I don't know. Our schedule's been a little wonky lately, but we'll figure something out. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, do that. I am going to have more content put up on the YouTube channel. I'm committing myself to at least 3 videos a week on the YouTube channel, not counting what we're doing here on Twitch. So that is that's the goal over the next couple weeks, is to get some produced content up on the YouTube channel. In addition to, we'll probably upload streams on the YouTube channel and start adding streams to playlists, just to put the content on the YouTube, just to kind of ping the radar a bit. Other than that, if you guys have any suggestions of games, I'm more than happy to field those as well. Like us on Facebook, we're under RNG Gaming. Interact with us on those. And as always, we'll catch you later. Keep rolling those dice, and I'm going to quit ranting and go to work.